In crypto, we are always looking for the next big thing, because if you have missed the big pump of Solana last crypto season, last bull market, you won't get it this time. Solana is just too expensive. But this is why I'm looking into this for you and why I present you in this video which chain could actually be the real Ethereum competition. I don't say killer because they are collaborating, but it could become a potential player that gets as big as Solana, bigger or bigger than BNB chain. And this is what I show you in this video. And I'm talking about the chain called Sonic. Sonic is something I have presented here already another time. And in this video, I want to talk about why Sonic will change crypto forever. It's not just a regular chain like all the others. It's something very special. And in this video, I will present you several reasons that make me believe that this Sonic network will become the Solana of this bull market. And if you want to check back and forth here, I will put timestamps in the video so you can see the different arguments that I make that are promising us that this could be the next Solana. And it all starts with this guy here. This guy, Andre Cronje, the chief architect of the Fantom Foundation and now Sonic Labs. He's the thinker, or like you could say the thought leader behind this whole system. He always posts a lot of interesting blogs similar to Vitalik for Ethereum. He also posts a lot about DeFi, and he is so to say the DeFi god, or the one of the founding fathers of DeFi. And when Fantom announced that they are rebranding to Sonic, they also announced a strategic round. And strategic round means that they are not needing the money. And in this thinking of this, I want to remind you that Fantom showed in spring this year that they have a runway of 30 years when they don't raise any new money. So they raised 10 million, but they did it strategically. And strategically means for us entrepreneurs that they are raising money because they want somebody on board to support, to help, and to make the whole thing a huge success. And this round was led by Hashed, one of the largest, most well-known cryptocurrency funds in Korea. And this is also important that we're talking about Korea here, because Korea, we all who are in crypto for a while know that Korea is creating pumps. So if Korea is involved, the pump is guaranteed. And this is the first major argument why I say I'm very, very bullish on this new network. The second thing is that they have an investment from the Aave Foundation. And if you know that Aave is one of the OG DeFi protocols with a lot of capital locked, with borrowing and lending in millions. So they will be natively on Sonic. And if it's natively on Sonic, we can also speculate or be almost sure that there will be a native stablecoin on the network. And Michael Kong, the CEO of Fantom, has, or I always say Fantom, Sonic Labs has already teased that there will be a native stablecoin, which is one of the most important things also for growth for networks like this. And last but not least, we have all the angel investors, which are famous guys in DeFi. You might not have heard all of them, but Stani, the first one, is the founder of Aave himself. He gave of his personal money right into Sonic Network. Then we have Robert Leshner. Robert is the founder of Compound, another major DeFi protocol. We have Michael Egorov. Michael is the founder of Curve. And then we have Fernando Martinelli, the founder of Balancer. So there are huge names here. Also Sam Katzemian, or Sam, please excuse me that how I say your name. But He is the founder of Frax. So at least Frax will be a stablecoin on Sonic network, that for sure. And before we move forward and I tell you exactly the other arguments for Sonic, I will show you the current status of the Fantom network, which is the test net for Sonic, you could say. And Fantom has had almost 10 billion TVL one day in the late 2021 or 2022. But then what happened? The multi-chain hack, if you remember that, and it kind of made the whole system collapse. So they are restarting and they are starting to get there again. And if you see that 9.2 billion, it says here, it's a huge amount of money that has been locked there once. You can estimate that this is the potential that this team is able to push again. And 9.2 billion last bull market was the top 5 in chains. It was in front of Solana back then. So if the whole hack didn't happen and anything else to this chain, it could have been that it was established right now as one of the biggest chains already. But since it's so cheap right now and it's so low in the total value locked and in the adoption, we have a second chance to get into this network right now. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but I see a great opportunity here to do so. Let's move on. So what is Sonic? And I already made another video on this, on the Sonic Airdrop. I made a video on the Sonic testnet. So check out all these Sonic videos if you want to know more. But here is a quick overview, and I will make myself smaller now. It's a bit easier for you. So we have the fastest EVM chain with a secure gateway to Ethereum. And I will talk about the secure gateway also in a bit, but for now you only have to remember it's the fastest EVM chain that has been and that will be when it launches. So it's a layer 1 and it has over 10,000 TPS and sub 1 second confirmation time to finality. And it also launches a massive incentive program for the adoption. So yeah, the new coin, the coin called S, will have a lot of support from all the major exchanges everywhere where Fantom is already. And it will be supported by this massive airdrop and simplified staking, incentive programs, and more. And the launch is scheduled for December. Now we know it's December, November. It won't happen any longer. But yeah, this is the basis for why this is so interesting, because it's on EVM. So all the Ethereum guys can fork their stuff on it, and they will fork. And I show you also in this video why they might most likely fork their dApps also on this chain. So next in line, I want to talk about the Sonic Gateway. And the Sonic Gateway, it really is one of the major pieces here, because the Sonic Gateway is a bridge, but it's a native bridge that is already included in the network on the protocol level. So that means there is no need for a centralized sequencer. There is no need for any centralized entity that controls a bridge because it's already built in the product. So the interesting thing you see here is that it's controlled by the network of validators themselves. So it's on the protocol level and it's not controlled by any external party. And if there is a problem in the transaction and it's not arriving at the destination for whatever reason, if there is any problem with it, it cannot get locked into that, because it will automatically be reverted after a certain amount of time. This is already programmed in the contract, in the basic of this gateway. Then it's extremely fast. So it's the easiest bridging you will ever have seen, not only to the Sonic L1, but also back to the mainnet of Ethereum, which makes it much smoother than with any other chain that is there at the moment. If you have seen the difference to Optimism or other L2s on Ethereum, yeah, you will know that. I will show you a table just in a moment. The decentralization is another point. So it is completely decentralized, and therefore there is no single point of failure. There is no single point of control. No user funds can be ever endangered by this technology ever, because of this safety mechanism here. And let's go to this table that I prepared here for you. So also comparing it with the other technologies, with the regular bridging. Regular bridging is maybe faster on Optimism, as you see here, because it's technologically less safe and less advanced, but it is the way back that takes very long. In this case, it's 7 days, because 7 days there is a dispute period in which the result of this can be changed. So you need to wait 7 days to really access your assets for real back on the Ethereum main chain. On the other hand, it takes 10 minutes one way, 1 hour back from the Sonic network to Ethereum on the new Sonic network. You also see Polygon, their proof of stake. So none of these has this native gateway with the failsafe. Bridging is centralized for these competitors. It's not controlled by the validators. It's controlled by the bridges, which lock in their contract they lock in your assets, and they give to you a derivative on the other side, basically. So that's not happening at Sonic. Then the sequencer is a big discussion point in a lot of crypto, that it's in the end, the L2s make Ethereum very centralized again, because they have centralized sequencers. But yeah, it's not the case here, because for Sonic network, we have a decentralized sequencer, and the heartbeat frequency is also mentioned there below. You can read more about this also in the files from Sonic. I will link you the docs down below. Also for the gateway, if you have more questions, I know I can only talk about it very briefly in this video. You should look into the other stuff there. Yeah, and then we have one point, which is the under-collateralized loans. And if you have seen my video on this, or if you haven't, check it out. I will link it here. It's the video on the DeFi revolution that Andre Cronje brings with this new data on to offer under collateralized loans. And yeah, check it out. I know I have some logos here on the other side of Goldfinch and Clearpool. Some have been trying that, but it's pretty difficult to do the under collateralized loans without any substantial data. And Andre Cronje claims that they have solved this now, and for the first time it's possible on Sonic, and it could completely offer a new market, which is 11 trillion. That's much bigger than all of crypto is together at the moment. So this could be a huge amount of potential value getting onto the Sonic chain. But if you want to know more about it, check out my video here. And yeah, and then we go to the airdrop, and the airdrop is the next thing which is currently attracting people to join Sonic. And if you haven't done so, check out also again, check my video here to get the airdrop, because the airdrop is a great opportunity also to get some skin in the game in Sonic. You get free tokens just for participating in the network, in the testnet, or also on the Fantom Opera chain. Well, and the most interesting point, the most interesting of all, that the team around Andre Cronje and Michael Kong has been building is the fee monetization program. And the fee monetization program, honestly, this is much bigger than most of that what I showed you already, because they are doing the YouTube, X, and TikTok approach. They're giving creators money for what they do. And I will show you a blog post from Andre in a moment where he argues why this is so important and how this could actually grow the Sonic network to another level. They're giving away, you see it here, they're giving away the fees like YouTube does, and they are transforming the system how apps can do revenue. If you have followed the discussion, you might know that, yeah, this is actually an overview of it. You might know, and I will share you the screen now that I have here because I think it's easier to understand. If you followed the discussions on X, you might know that there has been Andre Cronje coming out that L2s as app chains are not logical for builders. And he was arguing that there is barely any infrastructure. You need your own stable coins again, or you bridge them. You need oracles. You need everything on your own chain. So there are a lot of problems with these app chains, as Uniswap is also building one now. I mean, Uniswap is very big, so Uniswap can probably do that. But if you're a small dApp, that's not an option for you. And he argues here in this article, and I will also link that for you down there. He argues that the only reason why they are doing this is actually because they want to have a revenue share. And he wrote earlier on X as well. So if you want to stay updated, you should always be on X as a crypto person. Yeah, he said that Compound would have earned $30 million. Aave would have earned $88 million. Circle 300, Tether almost $1 billion, and Uniswap would have earned $2.4 billion just if Ethereum offered 90% gas fees to the dApps like Sonic does. And this is the major thing, the major big thing that I see Sonic doing right. They say we give gas fees to the dApps, and they have already started to do that on Fantom now to try it out. But they're doing this, as I said before, YouTube approach to incentivize creators, and that's how they do it. So maybe I can zoom in a bit here. Let me try. If I zoom, yeah, I zoom for you. So yeah. You have apps, you have users using the apps, and they are signing the transactions, and then it's going either that the app is participating or that the app is not participating in this monetization program. So certainly there will be several rules in play on who can participate and who can't participate in this program, same as here on YouTube. And if you see that, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, because that really helps me out so I can also participate in the revenue share model here on YouTube. So yeah, there will be certain rules in play, and if you are participating as a dApp, you will get 90% of your value that you create in fees back to your own wallet. So you can earn 90% of the fees that you generate with your dApp. That means build a great product, and Sonic will give you a lot of money for doing so. Just imagine what will dApp developers do. They will definitely come to Sonic and deploy there, because that gives them a lot of income. 10% goes to the validators, so they will also be rewarded to validate the network. On the other hand, we have these transactions here in red, which are causing a transaction which is not covered by this program. And there, 50% will go to the burn address, as you see here, and 45% goes to the validators. Another 5% is collected in the ecosystem vault, which also is a great idea to grow the ecosystem further in the future. Always good to collect a bit of money on the side. And yeah, this is another table here. I will also link that down below for you so you have seen it. And yeah, you can read into this in more details if you wish so. But they calculate here with a basic scenario of saying 50-50 split. So 50% of the dApps will have the monetization, 50% won't. And that could lead to numbers like this over a year with 900 million transactions daily. That means 36 million fees earned by the network, 16 million paid to the developers, 10 million paid to the validators, and 9 million getting burned each and every day. Obviously, this is a very futuristic scenario when the Sonic network is completely up and running and has made a certain market penetration. Then we are at this point where this can really work. Yeah, and that's the main big cornerstone that I also see here in this network. If you agree or if you disagree, tell me down below in the comments. If you like that video, smash the like and tell me which network do you think is the next Solana. Until next time, I wish you a wonderful day. All the best, your Alex.